What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing good because it's time to talk shop. Um, so I feel like right now we're in like a really good period for gaming. It almost seems like we're in like this threshold for like a remake era in gaming. And I feel like it started in 2017. So they gave us the Crash trilogy. Then we got the Spyro Reignited trilogy. Then a year after, we got Medieval, classic game, fucking amazing if you haven't played it, guys. Then we got not a remake, but they gave us a new Crash Bandicoot. It's About Time, I believe that's the name. Then we got the remake of Final Fantasy VIII, and then I believe before or after that is when we got Final Fantasy VII Remake. And then at the end of the year, Ratchet and Clank to finish it all off. And the last remake that came out, or remaster, whatever you want to call it, was Chrono Cross. And yeah, so for that reason alone, I just feel like the past era is just coming back. I know we're gonna be seeing like a lot more remakes. So that's just what we know and what we've played that's come out already. There's all this talk that I keep reading online and seeing of remakes that are gonna come and remakes. So real quick, and one of these, it's an NVIDIA leak source. Let me get this guy's name. His name is Jason Schreier. He's very well known in what's the word I'm looking for? He's a well-established publicist, and he's been behind some of the leaks in the past. And I got his tweet right here. This is from February 9th of this year. The Chrono Cross remaster being real means... the Chrono Cross remaster being real means that per the NVIDIA leak, a Final Fantasy Tactics remaster and Final Fantasy IX remake is also on the way. Just that leaves me hopeful because I go on the page on PCGamer.com and they have their NVIDIA leak list. And it starts with Chrono Cross Remaster, which came out earlier. Actually, it came out last month. So that right there, I just know that it just has to be real. That was the first game and it came out already. Next, we got Final Fantasy VII Remake. That already came out, so we're waiting on part 2. Final Fantasy IX Remake. Final Fantasy Tactics Remaster. They also mentioned Kingdom Hearts 4, which we saw the trailer drop last month. This game, Diofield Chronicle, a lot of people were thinking that it was going to be the Final Fantasy Tactics remake. The opening starts just like it. If you can remember like the sequence for the PS1 game, like the opening animation, it started off just like that with the knights and the horses and everything. But the play style, it's not like the 2D sprite. It's full on 3D. It kind of shied me away from it, but I think I'm still going to pick it up just to give it a try. And to finish off the list, we got Tomb Raider, the 25th anniversary, old, and then Voice of Cards, whichever that is, and Tactics Ogre Remaster, which is definitely going to be coming to us very soon. Other things that they say that you can read in the news is that they're going to be coming out with the Final Fantasy IX anime, and this also just cements the theory that it's actually going to come to us, because why would they release people say, oh, we're not going to get Final Fantasy IX, but why would they give us an animated series before they give us like an actual game, you know? So I think that's why we're actually going to get it. And there's actually a few games I wish they would just revive, like Legends of Legaia. That game was just... It probably started a lot of people into the RPG world. That was one of my first, and my first RPG actually was Legend of Legaia when I was young. Then Legends of Dragoon, amazing. I thought that was a 4-disc game back in the day. So, and it's crazy, that game was so popular because it wasn't as big as Final Fantasy VII, but it had its own fan base that just made it big and popular. We were always posting about it, sharing pictures. Like, that game is still strong and alive on forums online. Also, I would love to see a new Mega Man. It's been so long. I know they keep giving us renditions in like the remakes and stuff. Obviously, cash grabs, make more money. I get it. But I definitely would love to see a brand new Mega Man game. Maybe an open world. That would be dope. And this actually was from GiveMeSport.com. Some of the other massive leaks include Resident Evil 4 remake, Dragon Dogma 2, Kingdom Hearts 4, which I already said we saw the trailer for last month, Injustice 3, and Mortal Kombat 12. We definitely got a lot to look forward to going into like the second half of this year. I think the biggest game that I'm probably excited for is Final Fantasy 9. It's gonna be really hard to recreate that because a lot of its magic was just rooted in its retro design and how all the characters just had that comic magical like proportions, almost like One Piece. You know, everyone's like shaped differently and funny. That's kind of where the essence lies in Final Fantasy 9. But just everything all together, the stories, the characters, the emotions, everything that you go through. Amazing game. I mean, if they remastered number 8, which I loved, but it's probably like my least favorite of the Final Fantasies. Top 2 for me is actually top 3 is number 7, Tactics, and number 9. Just absolutely amazing. So I really looking forward to getting some more news on number 9. If you guys have any more news or info, I really would love to know. Shoot it down below so we can talk about it. I'm gonna do as much digging as I can. I always trust the NVIDIA leaks. They've always been good to me. This guy, look him up, Jason Schreier, very renowned, very quotable. I always say quotable. What's the word I'm looking for? You can trust him. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, waiting on for more news. Let me know what you guys think down below so we can talk about it. And I'm gonna keep on digging. You guys have a good one.